Hey everyone, welcome back to Encinas Unfiltered, your source for sports. Today we're filming episode 10. To those of you who already liked and subscribed, we appreciate you. And to those who have not, please like, subscribe, and share our socials. You can follow us on our YouTube and Spotify at Encinas Unfiltered. And if you want to stay up to date on our upcoming podcast release dates, photos from the events we'll be at, or any upcoming scheduled interviews, you can check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Encinas Unfiltered. And on Twitter, our username is at EncinasUF. And then for our funny and hot take clips of our weekly shows or interviews, please follow us on TikTok at Encinas Unfiltered. So the order of today's podcast will be as follows. So first we're going to get into the recap of Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte from the second, so last Saturday. We're going to talk about Haney versus Prograis, which is this coming weekend on Saturday, December 9th. More specifically, we're going to be looking at Kilo versus Armari Jones. That's the first fight there on the fight card. We're going to do a recap of episode 9. So we're going to pull up our Excel sheet and look to see how well we did. I believe it was pretty close this week. Then we're going to get into our fantasy football week 14 start and sit, our week 14 football betting. That's where we look at our over, under, total, and money line. And then we're going to get into my favorite, a lot of people's favorites, our Don't Be the Larry. So, we might have a couple Christmas ones in, but our Thanksgiving clapbacks were very, very funny. So we're definitely going to bring that back next year. But it'll be our Don't Be a Larry. There might be a little bit of Christmas twist in there. And we're going to go from there. So first things first, I want to thank our sponsor, Marcelino's Woodfire Pizza. I am not wearing their swag today. He is wearing our hat, though, out there. So thanks, Mars. God Family Pizza. It's one of the best pizzas I've had. I really recommend them if you can check them out here in the Central Valley. They do catering, and their link to their Instagram is actually in our bio. So if you want to check them out, definitely go do that. Today I had a Detroit Fancy Pizza. Bebo, I know you're super jealous. It was so good. I had to add the balsamic glaze on top. Oof. And my wife got the Hot Chick. It's like a barbecue-based pizza. It's bomb with chicken sausage. So, but first things first, let's get into Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte. So, Bebo, did you get a chance to watch that fight?
Yeah, I got to watch that fight last week. It was a good fight. I think it was a good fight for the first couple of rounds, and it got kind of interesting with the way that Ryan Garcia started started moving around the ring, and
his weird shoulder roll.
Yeah, that weird Philly shoulder roll he had going on, and
trying to be Mayweather, but not.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because we'd never seen him do something like that. But
I remember.
No,
go ahead, sorry. I was like, I remember watching the broadcast, and they asked his trainer, they're like, "Hey, have you guys worked on that?" He's like, "No, just no."
Yeah, so it was a good fight overall. Both of them were swinging. They were both throwing good punches, good combinations, and everything. And I think it was a good fight, good first fight back for Ryan Garcia after the fight that he had his last fight against Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, I mean, that was a weird fight too, though, because he couldn't rehydrate to a certain weight. He went in there with like a messed up rib, right? So I remember during the broadcast, they were like, "Oh, is he trying not to? He's doing that weird thing so he doesn't get hit."
Mm-hmm.
And there's like all these like weird things, but his coach is actually Derek James, so that's the guy who was telling him. They asked him, they're like, "Oh, is he supposed to be doing that?" He's like, "No, like we didn't work on that shoulder roll." But what I do like is that Derek James was telling him, "Hey, basically," because I remember you and I were texting, you were like, "Oh, why? I don't like how he's moving around the ring, like he looks scared." And it's like, no, his coach told him to do that because Duarte was just throwing. He was just throwing, and he wasn't square. He wasn't square to throw. So when he was doing that, he was missing, and Ryan was just there looking for a counter check hook. And sure enough, it came, and you saw what happened. He stumbled and bumbled, and he just couldn't. It was just a shot on the temple. Yeah, it was a shot on the temple that I think it hurt his equilibrium, and I don't know if it was. I don't think it was like a language translation, but the ref was like right up in his face, like counting 1, 2, and he got up like at 9, and I mean they could have kept going, but honestly, he was hurt, dude. Like at that point, I think it is what it was at that point. I'm
Yeah.
okay with the stoppage. Some people are like, well, they kind of stopped it. I'm like, yeah, he should have come up at 8 though, not 9.
Yeah,
Like
that's what they teach the boxers. Come up at 8.
so yeah, it was interesting, but I did like how his coach told him exactly what to do, and Ryan followed that and got the knockout. Um, I don't know where I see him at the 140 division. He fought a good guy. I wouldn't say he fought scared because I really like Ryan Garcia, but I do think that he was being very cautious. And I wonder if he was doing, like what the broadcast is saying, I wonder if he was doing that weird shoulder roll so he wouldn't get hit in that rib again. But who knows? I think maybe he was just trying to tire him out. But yeah, I would like to see him fight. I don't know. He called out Raleigh, but I don't think Raleigh's going to move up. Or I think Raleigh is going to move up. So I don't know. I don't know who. I don't think he's. I mean, he can fight a Haney because he's fought Haney before, but I just don't know if I see him there yet. Because I mean, obviously it's biased, but I would like Jose to fight the winner of Haney Prograis or fight Teofimo or just one of these guys. I mean, I think he's there. I mean, he got married, so why not throw him in that next slot? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. It's not like he lost to anybody. He lost to the same guy that Regis lost to. So
Yeah.
by split decision. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I definitely think he's a contender. I don't want him ever to go back down to 135, though. I don't think that's him. And I think if Shakur wants to fight him or Haney, Shakur needs to move up. But I don't think Shakur's big enough to move up. So we'll see what happens. But overall, good fight. 8th round KO. And the official time was 2:51. So definitely a dope card. I know our boy Lalo was there. So that was pretty cool. And man, I wish we get to go to stuff like that. But
I know.
we're just starting, and we'll just let us keep growing, and we'll see where we can go with it. So
Yeah.
But next on the docket is Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis, which is December 9th, which is Saturday. So we've talked about this a little bit, and actually you and I have done like our little breakdown or our discussion about it, and I haven't posted it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So those of you who are listening, we are going to post that, or I'm going to post that. I've just been kind of waiting. I think I probably should post it tomorrow or Friday. I'll post it before the fight. And we'll talk a little bit too, not going so much into detail, but more of like our predictions for the fight. But Devin Haney's 30 wins, 15 KOs. He was the undisputed 135 champion. He had some controversial, I guess, wins against Lomachenko.
Yeah,
he beat Kambosos twice in Australia. So, but Regis Prograis, 29 wins, 24 knockouts with 1 loss. Has a mean left hook, mean left hand. His only loss is the same guy that Jose lost to, like I said earlier, which is Josh Taylor by split decision. So it wasn't like he got knocked out or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It should be a good fight. I know I said my prediction was Haney by rounds, by 12, like a unanimous decision. That's what I think. And I know you said probably if Regis is going to win, he's probably going to have to knock him out.
Yeah.
Are you still sticking by that?
Yeah, I hope Regis Prograis wins by knockout.
Yeah, I know our boy Kilo is going for Regis. Here it says he wants Regis to win. So
yeah,
I'm only saying that because he said it. So I don't think he seemed too thrilled when I said I think Haney's going to win by decision. But I mean, I'm just being real with it, Like, you know what, Kilo? Sometimes you gotta pray, and sometimes you just gotta dig down and grab your nuts. All right. Oh, dude.
Oh, man,
but speaking of Kilo, well, we'll get to Kilo. So I'm just going to go down the card. So there's Liam Paro versus Montana Love for the WBO Intercontinental Super Lightweight title fight. Liam Paro. Yeah. So Liam Paro has 23 wins, 14 knockouts, no losses. Montana Love has 18 wins, 9 knockouts, 1 loss, 1 draw. So they're fighting for the super lightweight title. You got Andy Cruz fighting Giovanni Straffin, which is for an IBF International and WBA Continental Latin America lightweight title. So Andy Cruz is only 1-0 with no knockouts. Interesting. And Giovanni has 26 wins with 19 knockouts and 5 losses and 1 draw. Interesting. And then there's Elaine Bridges. She's semi-popular. She's 9 wins, 1 loss with 3 knockouts against Mio Yoshida, who's 16 wins, no KOs with 4 losses for the IBF World Bantamweight title. Then you got Beatrice Ferreira, who's 3-0 with 1 KO against Destiny Jones, who's 5 wins, 1 loss with 2 KOs. And then it's Armari Jones, who has 9 wins, 8 knockouts, and no losses, versus Kilo Madera, who has 14 wins, 9 KOs, and 4 losses. So let's get into that Armari Jones Kilo Madera card. So, obviously we're a little biased and, for our boy Kilo, but Armari, I guess, is one of Devin's stablemates, and I do know a little tad bit of insider info that they have sparred before. So Kilo said he wasn't too worried about anything that he saw. So I think it'll be interesting to see what Kilo does. But I know my dad was talking to Kilo and watching some tape, and he was telling him that Armari definitely leaves himself open, and he does like to counter punch. So you know, without revealing what Kilo has said to me about what his game plan is, I'm curious of how he's gonna, because everything changes once you get in the ring and see how things are playing out. But I definitely think that knockout shot's going to be available for Kilo, and I'm hoping he gets it.
Yeah, I agree. I hope he comes out victorious.
Yeah, I think he needs to get something. He needs to have like a viral knockout, like where he just, no offense to Amari Jones, but he just needs to crush the dude, and then propel himself to a bigger fight. And I think he's one of those guys. Him and his brother, you're just there on the grind. His brother's actually fighting next week in Minneapolis, so good luck to Hector. And he's fighting, or Hector's fighting the guy that was supposed to fight Raleigh before he got busted for roids. And I don't know his name, but so it'll be interesting to see how that fight goes. But excited for the both of them, local boys, Central Valley boys out of Stockton. And good luck to the both of you guys. And I'm gonna try not to blow up Kilo's phone too much. I know he's cutting weight, so. But good luck, Kilo, and
Yes,
I'll be blowing up your phone while you're fighting. So it'll be fun.
Yes, sir.
But next thing on the docket is we have our week 13, but our recap of our episode 9. So that's where we pull up the Excel sheet to show how well we did or did not do.
Let's
And
see.
man, dude, we're getting close, man. Here's an Excel sheet showing from last week's episode our week 13 football picks. And I mean, we did pretty good this week. We got 10 out of 13 right. So we could have hit a 10-game parlay, but not a not a 12 or 13. But hey, dude, you picked Arizona over Pittsburgh. Who would have known? I picked SF over Philly. We knew. I knew. And then Kansas City losing to Green Bay, dude. Come on, man.
That's a bad one.
That's a Larry, bro. That's a Larry move right there. And then Jacksonville just getting hurt at the end and losing to Cincinnati. That was just a tough, bad beat for those who were betting on that game, because that was rough to watch, man. That was just that was such a bummy situation. But hey, man, you and I are getting pretty close. We have a lot of similar picks, is what I've noticed as well. But yeah, I mean, we did pretty well. I mean, I would say we're in the positive for sure. We haven't gone like super negative. So
yeah, we're doing good. I like.
Do you have any more comments to make about our friendly wagers or betting or whatever you want to call it?
I don't know. Philadelphia just got absolutely demolished.
Who's the best team in the NFC?
The Los Angeles Rams.
Okay, get out of here. All right, we're gonna move on. I'm like, you know what? This is a fun episode. I'm out of here. See you guys. No, you guys are not the best team. Ugh. Disgusting.
Well, just end the episode.
I'm about to just end it. I'm so disgusted with you. So next thing is we're going to get into fantasy football starting statistics for week 14. So there are some teams I'll buy this week. Cardinals name just one of the teams. Mm-hmm. But I'm just going to start it off. I'm starting Dak, dude. I think you got to start Dak every week. I'm in a unique situation where I have Dak and Jalen Hurts because someone dropped Dak when he was playing bad. So I'm starting Dak versus Philly, and the only reason why I'm doing that is because Philly got tore up by the Niners, and I'm still not that high on Brock Purdy. I mean, I have him as my starter this week, like saying to start him, but they got lit up. I mean, it's not like you're playing against Dallas defense. So I'm definitely starting Dak. He put up 28 fantasy points against them the last time they played in Philly, and then now they're playing in Dallas. So it'll be a good week for him. And then I'm starting Purdy versus Seattle. And that's just because Purdy has carved him up. Purdy, for whatever reason, well, I shouldn't say whatever. He has the best QBR rating in the NFL, but he's in the MVP contention. So we'll see how that goes. That's interesting. But I'm sitting Stroud this week against New York Jets because they have some of the best corners in football, believe it or not. And Tank Dell just got hurt, so Tank Dell's out for the season, and it's just going to be Nico Collins there. And I don't know. I just think they're going to have a tough matchup. And I see why you're making that face, but oh well. And then I'm sitting Browning versus the Colts. The Colts actually have the third best defense right now in fantasy. Believe it or not, it's the weirdest thing, or maybe it's 5. But Browning threw a lot last week. I just don't know if I can trust him every week to do that. But Jacksonville's defense has proven not to be that good, so I'm gonna sit Browning against the Colts this week. Who are you starting at quarterback?
CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud versus New York and Josh Dobbs versus Las Vegas. And I did see that Tank Dell got hurt and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Nico Collins' time to shine again. And I like TJ Stroud, so best believe I'm going to start him. If I had him. I wish I had him. My QB situation in fantasy.
Your fantasy situation in general is...
Yeah, right. And then I'm sitting Matthew Stafford versus Baltimore and Geno Smith versus the 49ers. I saw a report that the Rams-Ravens game, 90% chance to rain and 18-mile-an-hour winds.
Ooh.
So, yeah, that's going to be an ugly one. And Geno Smith has not been showing me what he's capable of doing in the last couple of weeks, and they play a division rival like the 49ers. So, no.
He had a good game last week. He had the best game of the season last week.
Against Dak? Was that against Dallas?
Yeah. He put up like 28 points.
It was good, but...
They lost, but I mean, it was 28 points.
The last drive of the game just was so bad.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree with you. I don't think he's going to do good this week because he's playing the Niners. But he had the 1 week my wife needed him to go off, he went off. So, cousin Bobby, get your ass whipped. But,
Bobby.
Hey, I'm in playoffs no matter what, so.
Yeah, okay, whatever. And my starting running backs, I'm starting ETN versus Cleveland and Joe Mixon versus Indianapolis. They just lost they haven't said if he's out for the game or not, but I think they're going to have to depend on ETN against Cleveland. And Cleveland has given up the most rushing yards in the past couple of weeks too, so. And then Joe Mixon versus Indianapolis. I don't know. He's been doing really good last couple of games. Like this last week, he had, 2 touchdowns or something like that. So I would start Joe Mixon. But that quarterback, though. And you benching him?
Yeah, boo-boo.
And I'm sitting Ezekiel Elliott versus Pittsburgh and Charbonnet versus the 49ers.
Just a side note, Charbonnet is probably going to be out for a couple weeks, so Kenneth Walker.
No, because they were both questionable on the report.
I just dropped him because he said he's probably going to be out for a couple weeks.
No, so then Kenneth Walker's still hurt.
Yeah, but I'm not starting Kenneth Walker either against the Niners.
Yeah, just don't start the running back room of the Seahawks this week. And Pittsburgh...
So why are you going to say Zeke?
Because Pittsburgh has a really good defense.
But Zeke is Zeke's the only running back there with Stevenson out.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna do nothing against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think New England wins this week with them.
No shot.
Yeah.
There's no shot.
Okay. But my starting running backs this week is I'm starting Rashad White against Atlanta, and I'm starting Zach Moss, who someone picked up from the waivers because they pay attention to the waivers. For those Jonathan Taylor owners and Pit Vipers over there against Cincinnati, I think Moss didn't really have a big game last week, but I think he is the only guy there. He had a lot of carries, a lot of touches, so I think he has a big game. And I'm actually going to sit Swift against Dallas. I think Philly's going to have a tough time. I think Jalen Hurts is the best running back in Philly, so you're not going to start Swift this week. And then Pierce, Damian Pierce for the Texans. I don't see him doing well against the Jets. Jets have a good defense besides their boo-boo offense, and that's why all their games are usually really, really close. But for receiver, I'm starting Debo versus Seattle. Purdy and Debo have been just clicking. And I think they did torch Seattle last time they played them, so I think Debo has a really big game. Same with Kittle and same with everybody else that I didn't include. And then Pittman, dude, oh my god, what a story, dude. He's been going absolutely off, dude. And it's mostly the PPR. Like, he's hitting so many receptions. I mean, he had a really good game over 100 yards last week. Thanks Swift for that easy 37.50. But yeah, Pittman at Cincinnati. Cincinnati is not good. I don't think their quarterback's very good. With Burrow out. I mean, I know you like Joe Mixon, but I just don't really like Cincinnati right now, and I think he torches them. But because, I didn't like CJ Stroud, I had to sit Nico Collins as well against the Jets. The Jets have the two best corners in football, or the two of the top corners in football. It's going to be a rough day. I think Stroud's going to have to run, or they're going to have to figure something out. But, I mean, I still think they win because it's the Jets, but I just don't like – they're going to have to use some other receivers, in my opinion. And then I'm sitting Kupp at Baltimore for the reasons you listed, and also Kupp has just not been getting the ball. It's been a weird
He scored
situation
a touchdown last week.
But I know, but his points have been not good since he came back from injury, and I wonder if they're just trying to make sure he doesn't get hurt again. So that's where my reservations are with that. Who are you starting this week?
Jay Jettas.
Who?
Justin Jefferson is back, baby.
Oh, you said Jets.
Team.
You put Jets.
I said Jay Jettas.
But you just put Jets on the Word doc.
That's what they call them.
Oh.
But yeah, Jay Jettas versus Las Vegas, and Nico Collins versus New York. We're proving you wrong this week.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
And I'm sitting DK versus the 49ers this week because last week he had too good of a game. There's no way he pops off 2 weeks in a row. And I'm
starting him in our league.
And all the Rams wide receivers versus Baltimore.
That's fair. Besides Puka, I'd start Puka if you had Puka. But...
Well, yeah, but it's just if that report stays true with the 18-mile-an-hour winds and the rain,
we'll see.
Baltimore's going to be ugly. But yeah, and then moving down to the tight ends, my boy Dalton Kincaid is back. So I'm going to start him versus Kansas City, and TJ Hawkinson versus Las Vegas. And then I'm sitting Isaiah Likely versus the Rams this week.
Okay.
And yeah, we have to sit Tyler Higbee this week too, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, sad day, but, we have to do his best to make that last playoff push of the year.
Yeah, I'm starting Laporta again. I don't know how many times I've said it, but Laporta's my guy, dude. Got him on the waivers at Chicago. Big game, division game. I think he goes off. And then Taysom Hill gets Carolina. Taysom Hill's been utilized quite a bit again. He had one off week, but it's another divisional game. Taysom Hill is a viable tight end, so if you need him down the stretch, use him. But I'm sitting Waller, and the only reason why I said Waller is because he might return from IR, but he might not. So I know a lot of people might be trying to grab him on waivers. Don't. He's hurt. The Giants have nothing to go for. Like, they're not going to make playoffs, so they might just sit him or might not use him. And they're playing in Green Bay, so it might be tough. And then Freiermuth. So Freiermuth had one big game. That's the Steelers tight end when he came back from injury, and then he's been actually shooting bricks. And that's what I said last week too. But, Uncle Duff doesn't watch the podcast, so he didn't know. And he put up a big stinker. And I think Pittsburgh is going to have a tough time in New England this week, and that's why I think New England's going to win this week. So,
No.
But for my starting defenses, I'm starting Packers against the New York Giants. So the Packers are playing. I think the Packers are playing in New York this week. That's my bad. Oh. But I'm starting the Packers. I think New York Giants are absolutely terrible. I don't care if they have Danny DeVito. I'm just kidding. Tommy DeVito. Danny DeVito. Tommy Cutlets, and then I'm starting Niners V versus Seattle. I mean, I know that's kind of a no brainer, but I have them on my fantasy team, so I had to rub it in a little bit. But then I'm sitting Seattle versus San Francisco. I think San Francisco absolutely torches them. And then I'm sitting New York versus Green Bay because, as I've said before, New York is just absolute trash.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
This week I am starting the Steelers defense versus the New
Okay.
England Patriots and the Cowboys defense versus Philadelphia. Yeah, I know we're like going back and forth right now with the Steelers, but the Steelers are gonna win, dude. I don't know what you see in that Patriots offense with Bailey Zappi.
The GOAT.
Trash, bro. And then Cowboys defense, it's gonna be I think it's hopefully it's a good game, but I think the Cowboys come out on top. I think they clamp them up because Philadelphia is not that good. And then I'm sitting Chicago's defense versus Detroit and New England's defense versus the Steelers this week. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. So we're gonna get into our Week 14 bets on the games. Let me pull up the screen here real quick. All right. First things first. We got New England at Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers are favored -6 Thursday Night Football. The total's at 30.5. I see that goes under. You know what? You convinced me, Bubble. I'm going to go Steelers, but I'm going to say +6.
This man does not stand on business.
No. And under, by the way. I'm definitely staying under.
Nah, I think it goes over.
No way.
Yeah, I think it goes over.
All right.
And then I got Steelers -6.
All right.
Yeah.
Next game, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks at the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are favored -1.5. The total is 39.5.
Tampa Bay +1.5. I think Tampa Bay comes out victorious. And over.
Over. Yeah, screw it. I agree. Let's go Detroit -3.5 at Chicago Bears. I'm taking Detroit Lions -3.5. And I say the total is going to be over.
I was going to say I agree with you, but I think it's going to be under.
I think it's going to be a big game because of two boo-boo defenses. So,
all right, bet.
Then we got Indianapolis Colts -1 at Cincinnati Bengals. The total is 43.5.
That's a tough one. I got Cincinnati +1.
Okay.
And over.
I'm going under, and I'm going Colts at -1. I don't think there's no way the Bengals win. No way.
Fair.
I think the Colts are too good right now. Jacksonville at Cleveland. Cleveland's favored at -3.
This one's tough.
And I don't know, is Trevor Lawrence going to play this week?
They haven't confirmed anything, but it's tough.
So I will say this, just because we don't know yet. But if Trevor Lawrence plays, I'm taking Jacksonville at +3. And I'm taking the total as over. But if Trevor Lawrence doesn't play, I'm taking Cleveland Browns at -3. And I think the total will be under.
I'm going Cleveland Browns -3. Over.
Regardless?
Yeah. I like what I saw from Joe Flacco last week.
Joe Flacco. Next game, we got Carolina Panthers at New Orleans Saints. Saints are favored at -5.
Yeah, I'm taking that. New Orleans Saints -5.
What about the total? It's over 37.5.
Under.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I think Saints win though, because Carolina Panthers are boo-boo.
Yeah.
Next thing, we have Houston Texans at -3.5 at New York Jets. It's a total of 32.5. I think it's going to be under, and I do think I still think the Houston Texans are going to win -3.5.
You know what? This might be the craziest take of the year, bro. But the Jets got their QB1 back.
Oh no! Stop! Oh god!
And the Jets are coming for revenge with I don't even know his name.
Zach Wilson.
The Jets are gonna win this week, bro. I don't know. The Jets are
So
gonna
after
win.
you just gassed up CJ Stroud the whole last segment, you're gonna say that the
I
Jets are
know I
gonna win.
did. No, Jets are winning. In
So you're taking them
overtime.
at plus 3.5.
Yeah.
And what
Plus
about
three
the
and a half
total?
Jets over. High scoring
Okay.
game. Might go into overtime.
Next game we have the Los Angeles Rams at Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are favored at -7. Just a reminder for those of you who may have skipped or whatever, there might be some rain, some wind. You know what? Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens at -7, and I think the total is going to be under the 40.5 due to weather.
I got LA +7 and under 2.
But you're saying the Rams are going to win this week?
Yes.
That literally makes no sense because you literally just shit on them and they're starting to.
Well, I'm a Rams fan though. But I'm
Okay,
just saying
all
you
right,
can't start none of the players because of the game. Due
all
to
right,
fantasy reasons.
all right. So then we got Minnesota Vikings -3 at Las Vegas Raiders, and then the total is 40.5.
That's tough. I think the Vikings will win. And it'll go under 40. She's yelling at the dog.
Yeah, you have a tell.
No, I don't actually.
Oh, okay, whatever. Want to do that again?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
We're at 34 minutes, by the way.
All right. I got Minnesota -3 this week, but I think it'll go under.
Okay, I agree. Yeah, I agree. And then we got
Oh,
Seattle at San Francisco -10.5. I'm taking, and the total is 46.5. I think the total goes over, and I think the Niners win by 2 touchdowns.
you know, I think the Niners will win. I think it'll go over, but I don't think they cover the spread.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I want the Niners for the spreadsheet.
All right. So next game is Buffalo Bills at Kansas City. Kansas City is favored at -1.5. It's in Kansas City.
Buffalo over.
Buffalo over. I'm saying Chiefs under, and that's only because I think Taylor Swift might be there. So if T Swift is there, they win, and it's at home. So we got Denver Broncos at Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers are favored by -3. The total is 43.5. I think it's going to go under, but I'm taking the Chargers because Denver only wins at home.
Chargers over.
Okay. Next game, we got the Eagles at Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by -3.5. It's Sunday Night Football. Ooh, finally a good game. I love it. Total's 51.5. Holy. And you know what? I'm going over on that too. And I'm taking Cowboys at -3.5.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
Look at this.
agree.
Holy, look at this next game. Oh, man. You got Tennessee Titans against the Miami Dolphins Monday night. Miami Dolphins are favored by -13, essentially 2 touchdowns. The total is 46.5.
Oh man, Miami and over.
I say Miami under.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Oh,
There's 2 Monday.
we
night
got
games.
2 Monday night games. What? Okay.
That's interesting.
So then we got Green Bay -6.5 at New York Giants. The total is 36.5. I'm taking Green Bay at -6.5 and over.
Agree.
Damn. There it is. That is our Week 14 money line, our parlay. Not even parlay. It's just our games, our bets on the games.
Our
The next section,
predictions.
though, our predictions. The next segment, though, we're getting into the Week 14 money line parlay, and I think Bebo and I are going to have a little bit of a controversy here because he's picking some weird teams, and I don't know if I agree with all that. But let me get on Fliff real quick, not a sponsor, and let me cook up a parlay.
Fliff.
So we're saying Steelers
Yeah.
Okay, we're saying Saints.
Versus who?
Panthers.
Yeah. Easy.
We're saying Lions over Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't agree on that one. Oh, we don't agree on that one. Well, we're gonna have to pick one. Houston or New York? I'm going Houston at minus 220.
New York.
Okay, well, I'm going Houston. I'm just gonna do it for me because at this point, yeah. Those at home want to pick on Bebbles, you can do on Bebbles. We got Colts at Cincy. I say Colts. You said Cincy. So we'll just wait on that one. Browns in Jacksonville. So as of right now, Trevor Lawrence isn't playing, so we're gonna go Browns. Baltimore and Rams. I know you're going Rams at plus 260. I'm definitely going Ravens because I don't think they beat Ravens at home. But we did say that the Bucks were going to beat the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
We did say the Vikings were going to beat the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
We did say the Niners were going to blow out the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
You don't agree with me on the Bills Kansas City one, so I'm going to wait. We definitely said Chargers over Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
We said Cowboys over Eagles.
Yeah.
And then we said Green Bay versus the Giants.
Yes.
And so I think what I'm going to do, since we have one controversial game where we don't agree, and I don't even think it's the Raven game. I think it's the Houston game, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll put Dolphins against Tennessee.
All right.
So then if you bet $5, you'll win $333.84.
True.
So that's our prediction. It'd be Steelers against, this is all money line. So Steelers against Patriots, Saints against Panthers, Detroit against Bears, Browns against Jacksonville, meaning Trevor Lawrence isn't playing, Ravens against the Rams, Bucks against the Falcons, Vikings against the Raiders, San Francisco against the Seahawks, Chargers against the Broncos, Dallas against the Eagles, Packers against the Giants, and Miami against the Titans. So if you wanted to throw a 20 on there, you get 13, 35, 36.
That's solid.
That's pretty solid, I'd say, for sure. But with all things, wait until you know what people are playing until you place your bets, because it's going to be crazy. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Well, we finally have arrived to my favorite segment. And is it your favorite segment, Bebel?
It is. I actually do really enjoy this part of the
So,
thing.
during Thanksgiving time, we had our Thanksgiving clapbacks, and we got a lot of views on that on YouTube and TikTok. So that was kind of cool. It is no longer Thanksgiving, and I don't know if I actually have a Christmas one. Oh no, I do have a couple Christmas ones.
I have one that just happened like an hour ago. I didn't know we were doing Christmas ones until you brought it up.
Well, I mean, it's the Christmas time, so we might as well throw a little bit of "Don't Be a Larry" Christmas edition into it, and I won't have as many this week. Next week, I will definitely make it up, but since Bebel has one already, Bebel, go ahead and share with us your "Don't Be a Larry."
All right, a little Christmas edition. So,
A little Christmas edition.
don't be that guy who is about to open a Christmas gift that came into the mail that I didn't even know was a Christmas gift and gets yelled at by his mom in the middle of trying to open it.
Oh man, Bebel.
Bro, I was like literally ripping the thing, and it was from the NFL shop. So I was like, I don't know. Maybe it could be something good. But I didn't really think like, oh, this could be a Christmas gift.
You saw your name on it, so you opened it, or you just saw your dad's name and you opened it?
Well, when we get packages, we have the same name on it, like. So I was ready to open it, and my mom's like, "No, don't open it." She like comes running and snatches it.
They got you that Puka Nakua jersey, bro.
Imagine, that'll be cool. Something from the NFL.
So
that's my one Christmas one for this week.
Don't be a Bebel, man. So this one's gonna be a shot already. Not at you though, but I'm just gonna call it a group instead of work. Don't be that group that has a potluck every 2 weeks. Like, dude, I think we need a little break. It's time, dude. Like I'm getting fat. I'm tired of it. Like, you know what's bad, bro? When I'm getting packed lunch every day, it's like I don't even want to go out to eat no more, dude. Like,
Yeah.
let's chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
don't be
All right,
that group.
I got one. Bam. Just I feel like I'm just taking shots at myself today. But don't be that guy who's changing out a faucet at work and forgets to turn off the cold water's main line and unscrews it and gets water all over the place.
Oh no, dude.
A little rookie mistake, but
So how big of a mess was that?
nah, it was like just like water like splashing out of the main line because I unscrewed it from there, but I didn't turn off the water, so it mainly got on me.
That's all bad.
Yeah, it was all bad.
Dude, don't be that guy who wears a turtleneck to a Christmas work party that's Met Gala themed, dude.
Oh my god, how, bro? It's with a blazer over it.
Bro, like,
That's not
stick to your
bad,
roots, bro. Bro, I didn't know
bro.
it was. I didn't know it was Brad, bro. I didn't know it was Brad, dude, or Chad, dude.
Is it really that bad?
You go and you let me know. You can let the viewers know next week how it went.
No. Is it really that bad?
No, I mean I wouldn't wear it, but hey, teach their own. I can't judge you.
Hold on. Nah, bro. Nah. Now I'm kind of not
Be
wanting to
looking like
wear
a
it.
nerd.
Really?
No, I don't know.
There's no way you're hating right now.
I wouldn't wear a turtleneck, bro, but that's me.
Bro, turtleneck is not even that
But
dusty.
Met Gala is very specific. Like,
But, yeah, that is true. But I got a little velvet blazer.
hey, teach their own, dude. Teach their own. All
Alright,
right,
bro.
go ahead. What's your next?
Alright. Don't be that guy who's had damn how many I really can't even count like how many consecutive times it was. I think it was like don't be that guy who's had 6 consecutive fast food meals
Oh no,
in like a span of almost 2 days.
bro, that's so bad.
Bro, it's terrible.
Like, I usually don't have room to talk, but like, I'll do them for lunch, bro. But like, usually my wife cooks really good dinner, so I don't have to worry about that. I mean, even though you stayed with us, like, we usually
Yeah.
eat pretty good over here. But dude, that's tough, dude. You need some fiber. You need to go get some fiber. Oh my god,
Yeah, bro. Like all the shots are at me today, man. It's
dude, that's
bad.
terrible.
Like we can
Um,
already imagine what the restroom feels like.
bro, come on, bro. You're just gonna tell him like that straight up, dude?
Like
Dude,
we're being
cousin
real at the
cousin
end of the
Gabriel,
day, bro.
cousin Gabe, dude, just be laughing at all of our shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks they're hilarious, dude.
Yeah, it's
But
funny.
all right, don't be that guy who tries to get free merch, dude. Freaking New York Giant Joe, dude, trying to get some free merch. It's like, you know what, New York Giant Joe, I like you, but when I got my own family paying for merch and it's literally like this at the cost of what I bought it for, like you gotta help, you gotta like you gotta buy the merch. The
Support the
only people I'm giving free
cause.
merch is I gave Fabian a hat because he came on the podcast, and then I gave Kilo the hat. So I mean, besides us, I mean, but I mean, I still
Yeah.
paid for it. So I
Yeah.
mean, technically nothing's free, but like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just don't be that guy.
That is true. It's tough, but I don't know.
You know, when we start growing and we get sponsors and we can buy merch and stuff, that's a completely different story. But right now, it's all coming out of my pocket, and we are making nothing. We're in the hole. We're in the hole right now. So
Yeah. All right.
keeping it real.
I got one last one.
All right.
This is a shot, bro. This is how I'm feeling right now.
Oh no.
Don't be that guy who says we're starting at 6:30 and doesn't turn on the podcast till 8 o'clock. That sounds
And
good.
without getting into too much detail, you go ahead and text my wife that and see what she tells you. And that's what I thought.
Nah, that's not happening.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's not happening. But come on,
You know
man.
what? You want to throw a shot at me? I'll throw a shot at you for the old school one. A little throwback. Do a little repeat. Don't be that guy that sleeps through an interview.
Okay, here we go. We're not leaving that in.
I'm leaving that in.
No.
I'm leaving that in. Never forget, dude. But all right, I'll go through some rapid fire since Bebo's already finished his Don't Be a Larry's. Bebo, you really need to step up your game here and get a little bit more. You know, I think on the toilet. I think I'm staring at the ceiling at 2:00 in the morning because I can't sleep. I think I did all these last night. So
Hey, actually, I got one more.
all right. Well, let me do mine and then
Okay.
I'll let you do yours. All right. So don't be that guy who feeds his dog some new treats to just then get crop dusted by your dog all night long, dude. So we bought Thor these like I don't know if they're called Play-Doh, not like the Play-Doh, but it's like the company, and they had a pumpkin like dog treat. So he chose them out of all the treats. There was like freaking bird and duck and I don't know whatever. He picked the pumpkin one. So my wife gave him one, and bro, I literally thought he shit himself. And I was looking for poop inside the house, and he was just crop dusting, dude. The whole first floor just smelled like dog poop. It was all bad, dude.
Oh, that's
It was
all bad. That's all bad. All right. This is my last one of the night.
All right.
Don't be that guy who says they're going to go to sleep and proceeds to send me 1,000,000 TikToks throughout the rest of the night, bro.
I mean, they were funny though, right?
They are pretty funny.
And to be fair, when I say I'm going to bed, it's more like my wife's going to bed, so I'm just letting you know, but I'm gonna still be on my phone. All right, you want to take here? I got another shot at you. That's fine. Don't be that guy who pressed for today's podcast on the day of the podcast rather than a few days before. And I'm gonna get more specific. Don't be that guy. So you want to shoot shots at me for not getting on it by 6:00 or 6:30? You weren't even done with your starting sits at 6:00 or 6:30.
I was done at 5:45.
Oh, okay. After when did you have time to do that? When you took your nap?
Right before.
Okay.
And then I was just waiting for the text.
Some of us get them done the day before, you know, like a responsible host. So.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go rapid fire because I know you got no more. So, don't be that guy who pops melatonin to sleep when they just end up playing Fortnite all night long and tries to convince me that melatonin actually works for them.
It does work.
Dude, how many Fortnite games did we play? No, we played like 4 games. Here, you know what? I'm gonna let the viewers know. I don't know if anybody plays Fortnite, but me and this kid freaking get into the game. He falls off a mountain, so I'm by myself. I try to res him. He doesn't get res. The game glitches out. And I proceed to be in a duos match by myself against 100 people, and I end up winning.
That was a crazy sequence right there, bro.
And what did you do? You just sat there and watched and laughed, and we were enjoying the ride. And I was like, must be nice, man.
And I didn't even get crowned victorious.
Yeah, because you left. You got glitched out.
They logged me out, bro. That was so funny. Hey, but melatonin does work.
It doesn't work for me, so.
Because you have to take more.
So, I'm good. I ain't trying to. When I get sick, I take some NyQuil, dude, to be putting me out for 12 hours, bro. We already talked about that last week or whatever that was, a couple weeks ago. Don't be that guy who says he has a work credit card, but in reality, it's just his dad's name on it.
But we have the same name, so it's both of ours.
One's senior, one's junior, bro. I don't care what anybody says. That's your dad's credit card. That ain't your credit card, bro.
It's mine. No, I'm not going to pull it up.
But, I mean, since I was on the topic of Fortnite, like 5 seconds ago, don't be the guy who dies in Fortnite by falling off a cliff so his partner has to solo a duo match. That was just, I can't believe you did that, bro.
It's a new map. I didn't know what to expect.
How about you look before you just jump, bro? What do you think this is?
That was all bad, bro.
Well, yeah, it's funny because you're like telling me like it's blowing you up your phone, watching TikToks. My last one is Don't be that guy who tells her wife they're going to bed and then starts to scroll on TikTok just to realize it's 3 a.m. and he has work the next morning and his wife now has 100 notifications from the TikTok he sent. She should be waking up in the morning like, what the hell?
Yeah,
what were you doing up
bro.
at 3? And I was like, oh, I was up at 3. I was like, ooh. My alarm
Yeah,
goes off at 6. I'm like, ooh.
That's all bad.
But like I said, next week we're gonna have some more Christmas ones. I'll make sure we prep a little bit more, get some little Christmas themed.
Yeah, we're getting closer to Christmas, bro.
Yeah, dude, Christmas is just
And I
you know what,
haven't
3 weeks
done-
away? Less than 3 weeks away? No
Haven't done
shopping?
No shopping, bro.
Dude, I'm done. I'm already done.
I'm a last minute Christmas shopper.
Yeah, no, I do all my stuff way ahead of time. So, but in closing, I just wanted to thank everyone who stayed to the very end. I know these are kind of long. We're working on cutting them down. But to those of you who already like to subscribe, we appreciate you. Those who are not, please check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. On everything but Twitter, you can find us at Encinas Unfiltered. On Twitter, it's at Encinas UF. And for those of you who want to see our funny or hot take clips, which is like our Don't Be Hilarious or Thanksgiving clapbacks, you can check us out on TikTok. And like I said earlier, it's at Encinas Unfiltered. So go ahead and check that out. But we're also on YouTube Shorts now. And those have been getting a lot of views. We do post on our Instagram, but those are mostly for our fighter interviews. And those are like more little hot take clips. And if you want to check that out, we actually did an interview with Kilo a couple of days ago. And you can see some of the funny stuff he said. True, some of the truest stuff I ever heard, but it was just so funny the way he executed it. But definitely check that out. And until next time, everybody, peace.